Okay. May God be with me. See, is it showing up? It is showing up on the channel. Let's see how long it takes before people start to show up and people get the notification. It's been a good minute since I've done a live stream and I didn't really feel terribly compelled to want to do like an alert or I don't know. I just don't feel like having a little bit of imposter syndrome still. And holy shit, already. Spidey edits 450. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Plank. Whoa. Jaden Peraza. Thank you for that birthday wishes. Thank you for coming through. Okay. All right. That was incredibly quick. All right. I got to be honest. I thought it was still gonna. thought I was gonna be still a little dead for a little while. The Milo Cars. Welcome to the stream. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Wisp. I think you meant to say, by the way. I feel like the keys are kind of close to each other. But thank you, I appreciate it. DM, I'm just gonna call you DM, even though I do like I do like the meme of your profile picture. The ooh, ooh, the okay. So I feel terrible because I know all the memes, I know the meanings, I know the acclaim, and yet I still have yet to watch American Psycho from beginning to end. Like genuinely, from beginning to end, I still have not seen it. I know I have to rectify that. I'm a little afraid. It's slang for what's up. Oh, okay. Well, I'm slow. I'm slow and I'm old. Obviously, if you couldn't already tell from today, I'm already old. All right, so here's what's gonna happen. So this is, as you can tell from the title, from some of you folks that are here, and I'll try to reiterate this here within the opening, I guess you could say, hour or so. It is my birthday today. It fell perfectly on a Sunday. I was like, all right, Sunday during the day, perfect. Even if school has already started for some of you folks, or going back to work, or going back to, whether you're in high school, elementary school, middle school, college, or what have you, it's at least the weekend, so it still manages to fit within people's schedules and things like that. Especially if, like I said, you go to work and you're off on the weekends, etc. So I was like, you know what, perfect timing. I do have a dinner later on with the girlfriend, so we're also celebrating our anniversary. I know that's probably my fault for asking her. It's probably my fault for asking her to be my girlfriend on my birthday, but hey, I was feeling pretty good about myself. I was pretty much on a bit of a endorphin high, so that was the day that I actually ended up asking her to be my girlfriend after about a month of dating. And so our anniversary falls also on my birthday. So I know that that's a huge no-no for us dudes, because I know that retroactively means that if uh, God forbid, there's a breakup or there's a problem, my birthday's gonna suck even more. But here's to hoping that it doesn't happen, because I'm pretty certain that after 8 years we're gonna be fine. You know, let's just say that that question has in fact floated in my head, very recently, honestly, to the point where I'm like, you know what? We're not getting any younger. I think it's about time that I ask the question, even if it doesn't happen anytime soon. And finances need to be sorted out first. I think that that's something that needs to be fixed. Let me welcome some people here. Jonathan, welcome to stream. Yo, happy birthday. I've been watching your channel since your Black Spider David days with the reviews of the Spider-Man 3 toy line. It's been an honor being a longtime viewer of yours. I was going to say mine. I sounded very full of it there. Appreciate it, Jonathan. Thank you for watching not only the current content, but also since like you mentioned, the Black Spider days. Am I dropping frames? All right, so far it doesn't say that I'm dropping frames. That's another thing too that I'm a little scared of, is praying to God that the internet does not drop on me, because since last night, my house, the data on my phone, and virtually everybody within my town has apparently been having internet issues. I suspect, this is a tinfoil hat theory, I suspect that some goddamn satellite dropped out of the sky. because I thought I was cursed. I thought the house was cursed or something. And then I wake up, and not only my girlfriend and her workplace where she works at has not had internet on her phone and at the computers at her work, but I saw a couple of other people on my Instagram posting stories about, like, oh, the kids don't have internet. And I'm like, okay, so this is like a high desert thing? God damn, like, Christ. So I'm praying that the internet stays good. I'm praying because I really want this stream to work and be good. So far, we're doing just fine. iDragon Gaming, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Perfect Dark, Spider-Man Unknown, thank you for the birthday wishes. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate you guys coming through. I think Spider-Man Lotus was a 4 out of 10. I won't spoil it for you. God damn. A 4 out of 10? Is that on the Angry Joe scale? Because Angry Joe, he considers okay, that to me has always been kind of weird, where they say that a 5 out of 10 is average because it's the middle. You know what I'm saying? And to me, I can't do that. I can't do that for some reason, because to me, I go by school grading, where anything below a 6 is kind of shitty. Just thoroughly shitty. 6 is barely okay. So to say that a 5 is an average, I'm like, I feel like average is mediocre at best, or even bad. And then 4 is where we start to get into terrible territory. Well, we'll see. We'll see once we watch along here. I hope you have a great time later. I'm going to be popping in and out of the stream. All right, Plank, no problem. You're going to be planking into the stream. Just got married at a courthouse and save up. Oh, just get married at a courthouse and save up for a 10-year anniversary. Well, Perfect Dark, we're going to be doing something kind of in the middle of that, where we're going to have a very small wedding. It's not going to be big. Like, we've already kind of talked about it, where if we get married, it'll be the wedding will be small. The reception, the actual party element, and the honeymoon, as far as the travel, where we're going, where we're staying, how long we're staying, that's where the money's going to go, not the actual wedding. The wedding's going to be kept small. Friends and dear, family and close friends, and then that's it. Nothing extravagant, no big invitations getting sent out all over the place. No. That time is over. I used to watch your toy reviews, specifically the Spider-Man 3 toy reviews. That's why that's why for sure I knew that I needed to do a remake or remaster or a re-review of those figures, because I'm like, a lot of people like those. It's part of the nostalgia, so I figured, yeah, we got to cover those again. Yesterday, huge news dropped on Spider-Man Lotus drama, and it shockingly got even worse. I'll have to look. I'll look that up after the movie. How about that? If we have time, we'll figure that out. The Milo cars, I couldn't handle watching Lotus. Stop watching after 20 minutes. We'll see. Like I said, at least it'll make for a fun watch party. Which, also, like I said, I'll reiterate when I actually start watching the movie here, because I'm kind of shooting the shit for a little bit while people, floating through. Probably starting about 20-25 minutes or so. So for this preliminary section here, I want to talk about just what's going to be happening with the content. It's nothing bad, it's just kind of like a plan. Just kind of, going over the things about what's coming towards the channel, what's been happening with me personally, not too personal, but just like, things that are happening as far as, outside of the channel leading up to the stream, how the watch along is going to happen. Emphasis on the word watch along and not really watch party. And yeah, just shooting the shit, asking you guys how you guys are feeling about like Batman stuff, Spider-Man stuff. Across the Spider-Verse just dropped on digital just a few days ago, and I believe at the beginning of September, I want to say September 5th. I might be off by a few days, but somewhere in that first week of September, it drops on 4K Blu-ray, and I should be getting a steelbook from Best Buy, so I will be doing an unboxing on that. Oh god, September is loaded. I'll talk about that when we get to what I have planned for the next month or so. And yeah, just talk about McFarlane Toys, maybe Marvel Legends. I don't know, because I feel like I'm kind of going through a breakup with Marvel Legends, despite having covered the Across the Spider-Verse stuff. Outside of that, and outside of a certain package that is on its way from Big Bad Toy Store, I really don't have much else to really talk about as far as Marvel Legends, quite literally for the rest of the month. I mean, I'm sorry, the rest of the year. Unless they got something cooking in the next couple of months or so. I'm done with Marvel Legends. Outside of the package I'm getting from Big Bad Toy Store in the next 3 days or so, I don't really have anything Marvel Legends related to cover, quite honestly. More so figure arts or Mafex than I do, and definitely McFarlane Toys than I do Marvel Legends, because Jesus Christ. But Samuel G 2000, thank you for dropping on the stream. Thank you for checking out the the reel over on Instagram. But appreciate you coming through. Happy birthday, David. Big warning before you watch Lotus. More accusations came out a few hours. A few hours? Plank, it's so boring at parts. My friend cried at a part where I was watching with them. I don't know why. Maybe got triggered by something. What do you mean a few hours ago? Hold on. I'm gonna go on Twitter. Hold on. Let me go on Twitter. You know what? You guys are talking about it enough that I'm like, shit, well, now I have to figure it out. If it's like bad, then who knows? Because what I was thinking about doing is, I guess spoilers here. What I intended to do was to do a reaction to Spider-Man Lotus, taking the reaction, downloading it off of the stream, download the stream, and then chop up my reaction to the best bits, compile it together into a much shorter video that's roughly around the same runtime as my usual videos, which is about 25 to 30 minutes, with a little bit of a mini review or a compartmentalized review at the end of the video, and then posting that as its own video, as its own piece of content here on the channel. So that way, for those that didn't watch the stream, that aren't going to be able to stick around for the longest or watch the stream because, like I said, that we're busy with something else today, they'll be able to catch that abridged version of my reaction and see what happens with that. But now people are telling me that shit is happening already again. Hold on. I'm going on Twitter right now. Oh, I'm sorry. X. Stupid. I'm still not calling it X, by the way. I'm still calling it Twitter. Somebody said the first MF that donated money to Spider-Man Lotus right now, and it's it's the Oppenheimer meme. Speaking of which, Oppenheimer. How many of you have seen Oppenheimer? Can someone? I'm still not seeing anything that's actually new. And then, of course, I'm seeing a bunch of memes about people showing up to the let me click on latest. Let's see. Jonathan, I sadly won't be able to stay for longer since I have to work on college stuff for the upcoming semester, but just wanted to pop in to wish you a happy birthday. Thank you, Jonathan. I hope you have an awesome day, man. Appreciate it. It should be called a Harry Osborn Lotus. Oh, are you foreshadowing? Jesus. But, yeah, so that was my intent. Now, I deliberated on this all week. And I kept going, originally I titled it a watch party for Spider-Man Lotus. But after much deliberation, I decided to then call it a watch along. And the reason why it's being titled as watch along, and we'll see how this does as far as the effect of the live stream. I know that this will definitely help the reaction once I actually rip the stream and then start editing it together for its own compartmentalized, like I said, abridged video. But I'm calling it a watch along because the intent that I have here is to put up a timer here on the bottom left of the screen, so that if anybody wants to do a watch along of Spider-Man Lotus, they can do so. The reason why I pivoted towards doing that instead of actually showing the movie here and doing like the way that reactors like to do, where they have the actual content, whether it be the video or the movie or the show or whatever, showing up on the same screen, is for that very reason. I don't know how many of you know right now, but the actual concept of reaction, there's a lot of red tape that I looked at and thought, you know what, there's actually a little bit too much of this happening right now, a little bit too much fire, this is too hot right now. I don't want to touch it and I don't want to risk it, so I'll rather do a watch along where I just put the timer here on the bottom of the screen, and that way you guys can just synchronize with the timer. Since it's already free, what the hell just happened? Tango Mango, welcome to stream. Okay, that's a line. Can anyone link me a source of that? Because it's one thing to say some stupid shit, but if you're actually taking action involving that demographic, can someone send me the link? Because that would be a line. Because I was already gonna watch this, pushing it with the director and the actor who plays Spider-Man, saying stupid shit. It's one thing to say stupid shit, especially when you were younger. It's another to like if you were actually doing nefarious. I'm not even gonna say stupid, nefarious, borderline creepy shit like that. Where I'm like, all right, but while I wait on maybe some source, and I'll try my best to look up some more stuff on Reddit and things of what's what's developing with that. Snicks, welcome to stream. Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. That's another thing too that was kind of crazy, is that on the same week of my birthday, I actually do hit 10,000 subscribers. I'm having a little bit of imposter syndrome because I hit 10,000 subscribers, which is a pretty big milestone. I'm now seeing 5 digits on the YouTube Studio app. The app itself, YouTube Studio, actually sent me a notification congratulating me on the 10,000 subs, saying, hey, I know that not everyone's gonna tune into every single video, but you do need to acknowledge the fact that if there is a viewpoint, a point of view, that some people like to use that is pretty interesting, where take your subscriber number and then take those people and put them in a room. And, every time that you think that, oh, you're small time, you're not big enough or anything like that, just take, if you have like 500 subscribers, think about it. 500 people, put them in a room. Yeah, that's a lot of people. That's a lot. So to think that 10,000 people chose to hit the subscribe button and be like, you know what, this guy's pretty cool, to make videos about Spider-Man and Batman. I'm like, oh shit, I'm still kind of. I hit the number. I hit 10,000, and normally with the prior milestones like 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 5,000, whatever. I was pretty quick to screenshot it and post about it on the community tab or on social media to be like, hey guys, thank you, appreciate it, like a thank you and appreciation post. This one, I was quick to screenshot it to make sure that I didn't miss the actual number 10,000, because not to, sound full of myself here, but it was raising rather quickly to the point where I didn't want to miss the exact 10,000 before I jumped over to like 1,002, 10,005, 1,000 and whatever. It was rising rather quickly, and I didn't want to miss that concrete 10K straightforward with the zeros. But even after I screenshotted that, I was still absorbing it and thinking to myself, like, is this real? And it took me like 2-3 hours for me to finally go on Instagram and like the YouTube community tab and all that stuff to post. Like, holy shit, it happened. We hit 10K. Thank you, Tango Mango. Hey, Braden Page, welcome to the stream. Is this the fan film by Kevin J. Conop? It is. The intent is to do a watch along of it, but now I'm hearing some things that might throttle the line here. Tango, like I said, if you can find me some like a link. I sent you the post I read on Instagram. Let me see. Oh, here we go. Hey, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. But yeah, so I've been having a little bit of imposter syndrome with the whole 10,000 subscribers thing. Falling on the same week as my birthday. Uh, Not to disclose too much information, but about I guess now exactly 10 days ago, um, I started a new position, and let's just say that what I'm doing is pretty much creation related stuff, and it's pretty much involving toys and figures. Nothing to do with I can confidently say it doesn't have to do with McFarlane Toys. It doesn't have to do with Batman. Doesn't have to do with Spider-Man or Marvel Legends. It's not none of those companies. But what I've been doing with YouTube, what I've been doing with YouTube Shorts, what I've been doing on TikTok, those kind of things, that's the material that they're looking for, and it actually landed me a job that could be, could be delivering on a good, sustainable income enough for me to supply more stuff for the channel, better the production value. Oh my god, you guys don't understand how badly I want to build my own PC. I really, really want to build my own editing rig because right now, so far, for not just the videos that I've been posting, but also the stream that I'm running right now, I've been using a gaming laptop, which inherently is not bad, but man, do these things, I just, after like the 3 or 4 year mark, they just start to crap out in a way where it's like maybe it's the ventilation because of how thin they are, how everything's just kind of soldered on. Because the laptop I'm using right now has a 2060 in it, an RTX 2060. And, when you hear that, you think, okay, that's not a bad graphics card. But ever so often, Vegas Pro 18, which is the editing software that I use, there's been some videos where after about 5 or 10 minutes of editing my most recent review of the Nightfall Batman, it would fucking crash. Pardon the French, but it would just crash even though I was editing for like 10 minutes on the most basic of footage, no crazy effects, a little bit of color correction and brightness adjustment, but nothing crazy. And it would just keep crashing every like 10 or 15 minutes. And I'm like, this is an i7 16 gigs 2060. What is the problem? Is it because it's just the fact that it's a laptop? I don't know. So yeah, that's one of the things that I'm hoping that this job will help me out with, is to be able to get the finances in order to build myself a editing rig with a monitor and everything, so all my content will be edited through that, not just for that job but also for the YouTube videos. And my goal, and not only will this job help out with that, but of course reaching the 10,000 subscriber mark on the YouTube channel will hopefully help out with this as well. But I'm hoping that I'm able to build this PC by the time Spider-Man 2 comes out. By the time that Spider-Man 2 on PlayStation 5 drops, I will build this PC, because what I would love to do, and I guess we're in the weeds of talking about what I have planned for the next couple of months. I really want to build a PC that will let me stream and capture footage of Spider-Man 2 at the same time when that drops on October 20th. So I got roughly a little over 2 months to do this, to get enough funding from both this new job and as well as, like I said, hitting um, uh, the milestone with YouTube in a way where maybe people will check out the videos enough. YouTube's algorithm or recommendation system will then take my channel and be like, "Yo, this guy's blowing up. Let me start spreading the videos a bit more, and that will get people to watch more." Of course, the ad rev will be in there, and that will all help out. And I'm praying that all that combined will at least help me build, like I said, a rig that will help out. Will help me capture and stream Spider-Man 2 footage. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with Girlfriend Reviews, the way that they do it, where they're streaming on Twitch. Well, although I won't stream on Twitch, I'll stream on here because fuck Twitch. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Fuck Twitch. Twitch. Oh my god. They've done so much shit recently that I'm like, nah, I can't do Twitch. I'm not going to Twitch. I'm going to stream here. If I ever stream again, especially when Spider-Man 2 drops and I start to do regular Spider-Man 2 streams, it'll be here on YouTube. Trust me. But what I would love to do is to have a whole setup that has the webcam, the mic, and everything. But then when I capture the footage, it'll just be the gameplay footage, 4K, 60 FPS when Spider-Man 2 drops. So I want to build a rig that's powerful enough to be able to handle that. So that means a 3060 or maybe a 3060 Ti and an i7, but something that's overclockable, 32 gigabytes of RAM, not 16, and all the proper cooling and power necessary for it to breathe, and of course a case that's big enough for the proper airflow to be fluctuating through. And all that costs money. I've already crunched the numbers a little bit. I'm looking somewhere between 12 to 1400. So I already got a monitor. Thankfully, I don't have to add a monitor onto that, but I will have to add a little bit extra for that Elgato 4K 60 Pro that probably has to be thrust into the motherboard in there. So yeah, it's a lot. Congrats on the new job. Congrats on everything. Thank you, Plank. Thank you, Tango Mango. Oh, Tango Mango, I got your message here. Let me accept. How many times is my dad gonna listen to "We Are the Champions"? I love that song, but how many times has it come out? Shiro Armada, welcome to the stream. Happy birthday, David. Been a big fan since Black Spider days. And as far as the laptop issues, I believe it is the whole cooling issue and the fact it's thin because the specs you have are fine. That's what I'm saying. There's times where I was like, is there a way that I can take the laptop apart and put it into a case? But of course, that's physically impossible. The motherboard and the graphics card that are put into laptops are specifically for laptops. You can't physically put them into a case. Learned that very early on at my Best Buy days. There's a 2-minute-ish scene of Harry just walking, being emo. I saw someone put a joke, and I don't know if it's being legit. I don't know if you could hint at it, Plank. But someone said that, oh, there's a cool fight scene. And then there's like 5 minutes of stock New York B-roll footage. Like the type of B-roll footage you find on, not Squarespace, Storyblocks. This video is sponsored by Storyblocks. It's not, but I'm just making fun, making a joke. All right. So let me look at this post. You want to explain this? Yeah, and I'm looking at the date. God, on my birthday. Someone said, "Man, we are back in June 2022 again." Yeah, okay, someone just posted right here. You had a second chance and fucked it. Like that's the, if this this we have to reinstate this is alleged. Until something concrete, yeah, I have to say alleged, but it's not looking good. I'm not saying it looks good. It does not look good. It's not looking good. But if this does come to light, to be truthful, this comment is what's this comment this what this person posted on the Instagram post that you sent me, Tango. Um, this is what really sticks with me. You had a second chance. It really did, and fucked it. It really does look. Yeah, because that's a line. That's a line that I'm like, nah. It's the reason why I haven't been able to watch in its entirety, at least. There's some scenes I still watch, but um God, what do you call it? Ferris Bueller's Day Off, because the actor who plays the principal is convicted, and I'm like, yeah, I'm trying. It's one thing to, like I say some stupid shit. It's another thing to actually act. It's the reason for why I can still watch Braveheart, because as stupid as Mel Gibson was for staying that set, at least he didn't like go out and actually like hurt someone to then physically you know what I mean, like I don't know, for some reason he might have those tendencies and might be a dipshit and an asshole, but at least he didn't physically do something to someone. Which is why ever so often I have to look at Mark Wahlberg, like, because you actually did do something. But yeah, if this comes to light, like I said, it looked like the fire was dying with what happened back in June 2022 when that stuff surfaced. And now it's going into an even worse direction. A direction that now I'm like, okay, it was one thing for me to already shed light doing this watch along with the prior stuff that happened, but with this new stuff, it's like, yeah, now I legitimately don't want to do more content on Lotus, including this reaction, including the next piece of content that I had lined up here, that I had intended. I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? You remind me so much of my granddad. You both have the same name and personality. Really, Blink? That's weird. Not bad weird, but it's just like strange. I never figured I would remind somebody of somebody. Oh, and then Braden, you said something. I just watched Rise of the Beast at Paramount Plus for the first time, and I liked it. What's your opinion on it? What would this movie be rated if it were to come out theatrically? Well, Braden, you do know it did come out theatrically. I just didn't watch it when it came out theatrically, unfortunately. I I don't know. I've been, it's been kind of weird me with seeing movies in theaters these days, because there's been two things happening. with me going to the movie theater to see a movie. The first is the thing that I can't control, which is, of course, everyone else. Um, people don't preserve the atmosphere and the experience of going to the movie theater the way that I used to be. We're no longer in the place where people respected coming in on time, obviously being fucking quiet, um, respecting just how everything. Well, Braden, when I said rated, I mean you meant rated like 1 out of 10. I didn't mean the actual like PG-13. But okay, to answer your question, Braden, I don't know what my opinion is because I haven't seen the movie. I believe it or not, I still have not seen Rise of the Beasts, and I generally do feel bad. I do want to watch it. It's just that I don't know what's been going on, but there's been a very strange fluctuation of time where there's certain movies that take priority over others, and before I can even assign some kind of priority towards a movie, as far as like, okay, like I tell my girlfriend like, oh, okay, we got to watch this movie. I gotta watch. We gotta watch this movie. When should we see it? Can we see it this weekend? Do you work this weekend or do you work this day? Yada yada. By the time we nail down a day, they're already announcing the day goes live on digital, and it just kind of takes out a little bit of the hype. Where I'm like, or we can just stream it. Shit. Like it just kind of takes the wind out of the sails. So it's that, how quickly the movies are dropping on digital. It's people, just, TikTokers, Gen Zers, short attention span motherfuckers, that don't preserve the experience of going to the theater unless you go with the right people, whether it be, Marvel movies day one, or in the case of recently with Oppenheimer, where they know what they're going in for. And the format of the movie also kind of influences the people that you're seeing the movie with. So, Oppenheimer, I went and saw in IMAX. Not only did I see it in IMAX, but I saw it in 70 millimeter film IMAX. And in layman's terms, if you're purchasing tickets ahead of time to see the movie in 70 millimeter IMAX, and driving out of your way about an hour and a half, because that's how far I had to drive, me and the girlfriend, to go see Oppenheimer, and we both made it abundantly clear we were gonna have these days off, so we didn't. I'm getting text from the guys. We had to make it clear that her and I didn't have any work, didn't have anything happening, so that we can go and prioritize this movie. Trust, when we walked in there, I can feel the atmosphere. Everyone else was on the same page because it's obviously Oppenheimer on 70 millimeter IMAX. These are the people that appreciate the film to see it in that format. And I hate to sound like I'm kind of gatekeeping or I'm sounding very snooty, very high up, with my nose up in the air, but sometimes I really do pay extra to go see certain movies in a higher premium format. Not necessarily because the movie demands it, but because I know that if I pay a little bit extra, this is going to weed out that lower quality tier of people that are going in there not because they want to actually see the fucking movie, but because they don't have anything else to do. Okay? I don't want a bunch of Edgars with that haircut coming in here being like, so where are we sitting, man? Like, get the fuck out. All right? And that's been the problem, where recently, if I want to go see a movie with people that I appreciate the movie a little bit better, I have to drive like 45 minutes out of my way to, somewhere in the nicer part of the Inland Empire, where those people that appreciate the movie a little bit better are going to reside, because I see it here in my hometown. It's going to be filled with a bunch of, like I said, those Edgars with those that haircut, and it ruins the movie. And at that point, I'm like, I might as well wait for the streaming. So that's reason number 2. Besides, like I said, movies going to streaming relatively quick. I mean, I got to be honest, I was feeling a little bit of, I guess you could say, buyer's remorse, even though I'm not buying, I'm purchasing a ticket. But I felt a little bit of remorse seeing The Flash in theaters, only to see that it dropped on digital just 3 weeks later because it bombed commercially. And I'm like, could we just have waited? It really feels. Okay, Plank, I'm gonna go to bed. It's getting late in the UK. You're in the UK, Plank? Oh yeah, go to bed, man. Plank, thank you for watching. I did not know that you were British. Yeah, I see. I'm British. But thank you, Plank. And I'm gonna read your prior comment. How can someone only got a second chance and now they done it again? At some points, the CGI looks like it could be on a PS3. Well, I mean, with the budget they had, that I'm able to forgive a little bit more. When I went to see Across the Spider-Verse for the first time, someone brought their baby. It kept on crying nonstop. No, like, I don't care if the movie is animated. I don't care if it's fucking Frozen. I don't care if it's Toy Story. I don't care if it's Paw Patrol. Babies are triggered by loud noises and bright lights. So explain to me your fucking logic of taking a child or a kid that gets triggered by bright lights and loud sounds into a very enclosed room filled with bright lights and loud sounds. No. I don't care what the movie is. Like I said, it could be a G-rated Paw Patrol type of thing. Babies don't belong in theaters. I'm sorry. Babies or toddlers or infants of the age of like 3 or younger, no. I don't give a fuck. Get a sitter or stay at home. I'm sorry. That's why me and the girlfriend right now are trying to see as many movies as possible. We're trying to travel as soon as possible because as soon as that little thing pops out, it's done. It's done. It's over with. Because I don't want to be that person to someone else. No. No. I'm sorry, but no. Chronic Bear, welcome to the stream. Ivan Calixto, I almost want to say Castillo. Welcome to the stream. The Paw Patrol movie was the best movie this year, not gonna lie. You know, ever so often, some of those properties do have something in them that is actually kind of cool. You know what is actually not a bad animated show? Is actually kind of funny ever so often? There's that one Barbie show. There's a Barbie show. Dreamhouse something? Dreamhouse? I don't want to say Dreamhouse Valley because I think that's the Disney game. Barbie something Dreamhouse. It's actually not bad. It actually has some funny moments, like genuinely funny moments with the slapstick and with the timing.